A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand! Men of the West!
Hello everybody, I'm The Last Pretender, and I don't know why I pointed at you, but anyway, I'm The Last Pretender, and today we're going to have turn 61 of our MA Man Redemption series, and without much ado, or I guess without further ado, we're going to hop on in. So, as you recall last time, we were preparing, because we were very concerned about Ulm. Now, Ulm has claimed the Throne of Water, which sucks, because I wanted the Throne of Water, but he has it now. Because it's cool to be him. And that's what's been happening, and I'm basically preparing for the ultimate war that will come against Ulm as he ended his nap 3 with me. So, first thing we did is we did a lot of site searching. I don't think we found anything. We didn't. Okay. Then we had this battle. If you recall, this is where I took my Satis army to go retake my province against a bunch of knights, which I think should be no big deal, right? Yeah, they're gonna cast a bunch of spells that should basically make this not a long issue. There we go. Once Fog Warriors gets up, things get a lot better. Yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Man. Whew. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna cut right through them, no problem. Once they got, once they get that sweet, sweet, weapons of sharpness on them, whew, very nice. Anywho, what is this? Got some nature gems, found some more gold, which is awesome. Armored knights, pretty good. Some gems, we like that. Killed some brigands, and that's basically what we got going on. We got these guys. So, Knight of Stone. Let's talk about this unit a little bit. These are great units. And I'm going to end up starting to use them more and more as the game progresses. And the reason is because, one, they have better leadership than do my Knight Commanders, right? 80 as opposed to 120. And they have inspiration. And this basically means that they're going to get, instead of a +1, right? So, Knight Commanders, I think, let me grab this guy. So Knight Commanders give a +1 to morale. This is going to give a +3. I mean, getting my morale up to 19 for my Knights and 16 for my my Landless Knights, very, very helpful. Especially considering the fact that as you get deeper and deeper into the late game, the odds of Wailing Winds get higher and higher. And Wailing Winds is just a spell that just attacks your morale and will just cause your army to rout. And so having some way to deal with this is very helpful. So having a +3 to morale, very good. I'm going to start using these guys more and I can transport more troops this way. So, a little bit of that's going on. As you can see again from this cobweb of nonsense, we are trying to ship as many guys as we can to get into here. So that way we can have a big fat army ready to defend this throne from the ultimate throne rush of Ulm. Which I believe I'll be able to have this episode. You can see how that funness happens. Let's see here. We've got some stuff happening. We're forging, water lenses and bracelets, that sort of thing. We're kind of getting everybody going. I don't see anything else particularly of interest. A lot of research is happening because we're trying to get up to that Thaumaturgy 9, which is a big deal. If I can get Thaumaturgy 9, it would be awesome. And we're roughly 3 turns away. So, I believe the war will start before we get it up, which is not good. But we're researching anyway. You can see that we're moving our troops as far as we can to the west, so that way we can hopefully deal with this situation and hopefully take some land. I mean, this is a nice pathway to Ulm, and then this is Ulm. So the dream is that a coalition can be formed, and it seems that we've kind of got one going on during this time frame. Basically, I don't know how to say it. Phaeacia? The Sailor Boys I should have looked that up before, but they join up in the war against Ulm, as does Ind, and I believe Vanheim did too. So we've kind of got everybody involved in this because basically Ulm is about to make a play to end the game. So we'll see how that goes. We got Mother Oak up, so that's gonna bring our nature gym income up to 30. Pretty banging. We're still trucking along in all of our other categories, and basically we're just preparing for the war that is to come. You can see we're moving lots of troops around, and that's about it. We were able to summon somewhere in this world, yeah, a second flame spirit, and we're gonna send him over to here, so that way we might try to get him even to join up with here, but at least this army will have a flame spirit as well, so that'll be good. And I don't really know what else to tell you about this turn. We're powering everything up, kind of getting everybody going. We're going to be casting lots of thunderbolts, lots of frozen hearts. Weapons of sharpness is going to be a big deal. We got a bunch of yetis, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I've mentioned this or not. Maybe I just started, but we're going to start summoning yetis. The reason is because they're good units. Like, honestly, like they're going to have a chill effect, which is going to kind of annoy people. They hit really hard. They've got a lot of HP, and whenever you combine that with Fog Warriors and Regeneration, it's going to make them really kind of tough units to mess with. And it's going to be some healthy meat on the line. And of course, there's the fact that they don't generate any they don't require any gold. I like that. I like no upkeep. So starting to get more magical units mixed up into our army is going to be helpful. And we kind of need some way to start. We need to start spending our gems, right? We don't want our gems just pile up and do nothing. So having some yetis might be a good thing for us. We're sending scouts out trying to figure out what's going on with Ulm. Ulm is, you can't, my scouts aren't seeing it, but Ulm is preparing a big fat army to come launch his invasion. That's about all I can say. Now you can see that I'm building a lab right here with Mort. So let's talk about the plan. The plan is going to be, let's see if I can remember what spell it is. Yeah, Living Castle. So the plan is going to be to send Meb over here to this province. Once the lab is up, Meb casts Living Castle, and we've got a castle right in there to protect our throne. So that was the plan. That's why we're sending her over. That's why she's all equipped and everything. She's got the Shembo Skin Coke, so she can breathe underwater. She's got a Thistle Mace to give her +1 to nature magic, and she's got some Boots of the Messenger, so she can move quickly. And again, man, I can't emphasize enough how nice it is to have like Boots of the Messenger and Boots of 7 Mile Stride. You know, because one of the things that I do a lot is, you'll probably see it with like Danu here, right? Is I put Boots of 7 Mile Strides onto one of my mages. I mentioned this last episode, but I'm going to say it again. And then send them over to a province. And then once they get there, I take off the Boots of 7 Mile Stride, put them in the lab, and then anybody can be equipped with them. And then someone else from far away can put them on, and then they can travel to that spot. So it's a really, it's almost like a cheap teleport, to be honest with you. So it's almost like a teleport, to be honest with you. I mean, look at how far that this chick can move a Boots of 7 Mile Stride, right? And then once she gets there, she'll just take them off, and then if I want to, I can put him on this guy, and then he can do the same thing. So really helpful. We're going to go ahead and gather up this army that we built up. Lots of Landless Knights, lots of Knights of Avalon, and we're going to send them to the front as well. And that's what we got going on. We're still site searching and everything like that. We're going to start building some temples in this area to kind of establish our dominion, because as you can see, not well established. And at some point in time in our lives, we need to get our dominion up a little bit more. We've only got 10 temples, so hopefully we can get up to 15, bump up our dominion again to 8, which would be nice. And that's it. That's what we got going on. We still haven't claimed this throne, the Outer Throne. We still haven't claimed it. And while I would like to have this throne, I haven't claimed it because I want to make sure I secure it first and don't want to get like my god killed or something. So that's why Grace Kelly is just hanging out right here. She's actually... Oh, that's right. I forgot. So she's actually going to do some weird stuff. So she's got to boost 7 mile strat, and she's going to start moving over to the front. Because she's going to be the one I'm going to use to cast Master Enslave. That's the game plan. And that's about all I have to say about that. So, that is pretty much, as far as I know, turn 61. Let's go ahead and just hop on over turn 62. Let's just truck it. Let's just truck it. Turn 62. Heck yeah. Okay. So, some shenanigans are going on here. We can see Nabaz doing stuff. Lots of site searching going on. Always important to site search to find as much as you can. And right here you can see Ulm has launched his attack. The invasion is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. So first he's going to hit my water province, and we'll see how that goes. So you can see I don't have anybody here except for this idiot Mort, and he's not really going to be able to do a lot. He sent in a golem who is fully kitted out. Crazy magic resist, good protection. He's going to go ahead and cast like Body Ethereal and what's the other spell? I forget what it's called. Astral Shield, right? Oh, he's going to cast Twist of Fate. Does he cast Astral Shield? I feel like he probably has Astral Shield and should have cast it. But he doesn't. Anyway, you can see he's just going to run on in and be like, hey, jerks, what's up? Boop. Bloop. And with a flame brand, a fire brand, he's just gonna kill everything. And the lightning is from the shield. That shield's a really good shield. So, and as you can see, these province defense stand absolutely no chance. Neither does the few skeletons that poor Mort's gonna summon. And eventually, that's gonna kill everybody. So that's unfortunate. You can see that basically Bandar is getting finished off. He doesn't, I mean, this is a nothing province. It's got, what, 2 guys in it? Two mages in it? Okay. So Bandar is basically getting finished off. We can kind of see a little bit as to what Faisha is doing. And so we can see, like, Thunder Strikes getting cast. Those dudes cast Mist Form on themselves, which is weird. Aim. I don't really know. This is kind of a weird... I don't know. He's got a bunch of Yetis in the back. I actually don't really super know what he's doing with all this. We do get to see his Bless, though, which is a strong Bless, okay? You got Shock Resist, Fire Resist, Revigoration, Magic Resist, Morale. So this is just designed to make him tanky. But not super tanky, so they're kind of semi-late game-ish kind of units, in a sense. Ideally, you buff them up, casting some Lightning Bolts. I don't know, not a terribly exciting military, to be honest with you. Just kind of a lot of dudes that don't really super impress me. But, you know, he didn't bring a lot of mages, so this may not be a true army. This may just be a, you know, taking a couple provinces kind of crew. And then he goes ahead and launches an invasion against my throne itself. And you can see here, he brought a lot of dudes. Okay, so let's take a look here. So first he's got the King of Deeper Earth, who is decked out pretty hardcore as well. You can see he's got 3, you count them, that's right, 3 Iron Angels lined up and ready to go. So that's all terrifying, and as you can imagine, my province defense are not going to be able to stand up to what is effectively 3 pretty much super combatants. So, that's all tremendous problem. In's doing stuff. Interesting. He converted a bunch of units. Communion Slave. Enslave Mind. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right. Okay, well that's good for him. He enslaved a bunch of stuff, so that's excellent news for him. He can feel good about that. We had some events occur. They and their kin have left the land in search of a more pluralistic government. Just thinking free thinkers, man. Snow, that's great. So not a lot of stuff really going on. Stis finally died. So, that's unfortunate. And so we can see this magic. We can see this magical fun. So, we've got a bunch of super combatants just showed up here. And this is kind of interesting. So these guys, some of these guys are going to sneak on out. He's got this colossal army here that he's going to use to try and tear this thing down. I'm trying to gather up as many troops as I can. I've got these guys coming around. I've got these people coming around. My god still isn't moving yet. She doesn't want to do anything crazy just yet. Not until I can hit Thal 9, and I think I can just do it. Yeah, I can just hit Thaumaturgy 9. I basically pulled all my mages together, put them all to research as much as I could. Like, these guys are actually not moving. Instead, they're going to do research. Just so that I can try to get my mages cocked and loaded. And everybody's going to move over to here as well. With the idea being is that maybe I can hold this, I don't know, something. And I can take this army and maybe invade here and start causing all the problems there. So those are kind of my big brain, 5,000 plans. I don't know how effective that's all going to be, but we're going to do our best. And yeah, so you can see our forces are beginning to concentrate into here. You're going to see a lot of the stuff that I always do. So Arrowfin's important, right? Because if he's got Iron Blizzard or something like that, or a bunch of Warbows, I want to be able to handle that deal. Fog Warriors, Howl, Mass Protection, Serpent's Blessing. You're casting Storm Power, so I assume people are casting Storm somewhere in the world. Frostfend is going to be important. Mass Protection, Mass Regeneration, Firefend. There's the Storm. Lots of Weapons of Sharpness. So that's basically what we're going to be looking at to try and do the brunt of our fighting, where we're ideally going to have a ton of slaves and have Grace Kelly just drop a master and slave, and hopefully that will be sufficient. We've got a golem right here firing up. Now, I was kind of irritated with all this, and next turn I'm going to try and see if I can figure out a way to retake this province. But until then, we're going to keep moving our troops along. And that's basically what we got going on for turn number 62. Let's hop on over to turn 63 and see how that's going. Shoo. Pow. Boom. Okay. So, at this point in time, you can see Nabas starts his raiding campaign against Ulm. And you can see these Jinn are going to be his primary guys, right? He's going to summon fire elementals, I believe. It's mainly what he does, if I recall correctly. Yeah. So he's just living fire, just boom. And he's just using those to raid. Yep, there they go. So, lots of that happening. I don't remember what this was. What was this? Oh, this is like a real raid that I tried to do. Yeah, I sent a little raid, and his dude was already here. So I thought I had told him I was going here, but I don't think I did. And so, unfortunately, this guy, my guy who I converted, my heroic champion, is gonna get mauled by fire elementals. So that's too bad for him. That's too bad for him. Yeah, and you can just see this is the campaign of raiding. I'm curious about something. Let me take a look at these Jinn here. Wow. Interesting little buggers. Unseen, huh? Alright. Well, now we know. So that's what he's got going on in his life. Fire Elementals are so good. We see more of the same kind of stuff that we saw earlier with Phaecia killing Nabah. I mean, not Nabah. Bandarlog. Some unexpected events that are not terribly important. My poor monk got killed, which is not great. Got more Knights of Stone, which are always awesome. We're always ecstatic to see those. And we're going to go ahead and take these troops and move them into here. Again, we've got everything kind of geared up, and we're going to go ahead and take Grace Kelly. And I gave her the Eye of the Void, which in hindsight I shouldn't have done. I should have just given her the +1 to Magic Pen. It's not worth the extra, what's going to be effectively like 8%. because it's gonna horror marker. But in my brain, for some reason, I remembered it had cursed. I forgot it had tainted. I don't know why that's the case, but that's what my brain said, and so that's unfortunate. That's really bad, but it's what we did. So we're gonna have to live with that forever now. So that's good. Grace Kelly's probably gonna get her being fucking torn into the void repeatedly and murdered, but until then, she's got +2 penetration. So we'll see about that. I don't remember. I actually think that if she dies and you respawn her, she respawns with the damn eye. And it's going to be like every turn, she's just going to get attacked. So I'm looking forward to that excitement. Where I just don't have a god anymore. My god is just not around. She's like, I'm busy. Can't do anything. I'm in the void, man. So, that's cool. In the meantime, we got some dudes moving around. We can see my main army's finally made it to Airmore. And we don't see any major push from Ulm yet. But we're going to go ahead and begin our invasion in with the Night's Watch. Feeling strong, feeling good. Some diseases, but that's okay. This army doesn't move. They're going to continue to do research. As I'm going to start going into Construction 8 because I really want Construction 8. Construction 8 would be really nice because then I can create unique items. Now, at some point in time, I guess it's not this turn. So, at some point in time, I'm going to try and retake this province, and I'll go over how I was going to do that. Now you can see that there are 2 people in there instead of just the 1. So, but anyway, I don't see anything else terribly interesting going on. So yeah, we're also going to start forging Standards of the Damned. Yeah. Now, the helpful thing about this that I like to do is I like to take, if I have the Death Gem income, because this is super expensive. But if you have the Death Gem income, Drain Life is an awesome spell for dealing with super combatants. It's awesome. The problem with it is that nobody likes to cast it. Nobody likes to cast this spell. So one of the things that I do like to do, I used to do this a lot with Death Nations, like if you're playing like this or something. You forge this item, which is going to give you the Standard of the Dam, of course. And you put it on a non-spellcasting unit, right? You put it on one of your commanders or whatever who's got pretty decent armor or something that won't get killed easily. And you just have him spam out Drain Life. And because you put him on cast spells, he's always going to cast Drain Life. So that way, if you end up in a situation where you're fighting like really tanky stuff, or obviously, like I said, the big one is if you're fighting super combatants and you've got like 3 Standard of the Damned, that kills a lot of stuff. There's not a ton of super combatants that can really weather against that. So a really helpful spell for dealing with that. So I'm going to forge a couple of those. I don't know if that's realistically a good investment, but that's what I'm going to do. Some more bracelets and lenses, water lenses and that sort of stuff. I don't think there's too much else I'm realistically forging. More crystal matrices, boots of 7 mile stride, that kind of stuff. As we prepare to try and retake our throne and save the world, as basically fantasy Germany tries to blitzkrieg. You know how Germany gets. Those Germans always trying to take over the world. They're like Pinky in the Brain. Grace Kelly's all decked out though. She's ready to rock and roll, even though I feel bad about this Eye of the Void and I would probably complain about it 7,000 times. But there we go. Lots of astral pearls. And let's hop over to turn 64. Turn 64. Boom. Pow. Okay. So, our bard got exposed and didn't do anything. Alright, that's great. Now, over here, I don't even remember what happened. Apparently this is my army. And it fought nothing. Okay, well, that's sort of whatever. Where is this? I'm not sure what... Oh, this is the Night's Watch. That's the Night's Watch. They're invading the north. Making it happen. Nobody dies. They kill some stuff. Good job, team. Now we can see some Tartarians coming out from Ulm. We can see some Tartarians. What's this guy got? I actually don't think he has any paths. Yeah, because he's got Feeble Mind. But we see Tartarians coming out, which is sort of an exciting problem to deal with. Some events have occurred. Not a huge deal. We found a scout. Whatever. And you can see that our fortress is taking some damage. But it's not dead yet. Still got 180 wall integrity. As long as it's got 1 wall integrity, it means they can't take it this turn. So, they're holding strong. And we're going to go ahead and push. We're going to go ahead and push against this army and just try and knock it off, man. We're just going to go do it right now. We're just going to go make it happen with our big fat army. So let's go ahead and examine these boys. So, see, we got everybody good and lined up. Okay. Got some stuff in the back in case he has some flyers that go attack rear. More about that at another time. Tons of mages. We're going to be casting Arrowfend is an important one. We're going to be casting Wind Guide. We're going to be casting Storm, which I believe is kind of at the bottom. Storm. We're going to be casting Weapons of Sharpness, Firefend, Mass Regeneration, Mass Protection. We're going to be casting Frostfend somewhere in the world. We're going to be casting... Yeah, Frostfend right there. Some lightning bolts and stuff. Some fog warriors is going to get cast. I've got multiple levels of fog warriors. So again, the big defensive thing that I've got is the combo of mass protection, which gets my guys protection up to like 22 roughly, plus fog warriors, plus mass regeneration. Very hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with, especially if you don't have magic weapons. Now, we don't know what kind of guardians. I guess we could look, but he doesn't have a ton of guardians, so that's not going to be a big issue. Then, of course, I've got Serpent's Blessing, and I've got Howl, and I'm obviously going to have... Somewhere here, I'm pretty certain I've got... Somewhere here, I'm pretty certain... I thought I had Foul Vapors. I guess I don't. But I do have Serpent's Blessing anyway, so... Okay. Would have been nice if I had Foul Vapors. And so, all that stuff... is very good. The big money plays though, and Frozen Heart. So part of the reason I got these guys spamming out Frozen Heart is this also deals with super combatants. If you don't have a way to deal with cold resist, Frozen Heart will just kill you. Right? When you've got 4 guys, you know, hitting you for 10 damage a pop easily. Yeah, hitting you. You got 4 or 5 guys hitting you for 10 damage a pop. It's pretty good. And then the big money play is going to be Grace Kelly slamming down Master and Slave. Slamming it down. And then, of course, we've got some gnomes who are going to be casting Weapons of Sharpness. Now, let's take a look at how we're going to try and retake this throne. So, other pieces of information. We're going to take this army and move it west. We're going to try and eat this province and then eat this province. Great news. Both of these are ruined by Airmore, so I'm going to get no money out of it. So, that's awesome. Got this new province that will generate 0 monies because this was ruined by Aramor, and then I think it was also it may have also been ruined by Ashtad. I actually don't know what Ashtad's scales were. They may have been terrible, but that's all pretty much fantastically awesome. And we're gonna try and take this throne, which I was hoping was gonna be the Throne of Water. We'll find out if it is. And we're gonna try and retake this throne. So again, he's got 2 units. It says mainly golems. I suspected they might both be golems. So let's take a look and see what we're sending in. So we're sending in 5 guys, plus a couple of knights. So what's the game plan? So the game plan is going to be that Durnan here, he's going to be my Drain Life boy. Right, I mentioned this earlier. He's got the Standard of the Damned. He's just going to zap, 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 zap. Right, because Drain Life is so good because it does 14 damage, negates armor, there's no save against it, and it also it's also going to take half of the damage it does and yield it as HP. And I think it also has some aspect. I think it also does fatigue damage or something, or it regenerates fatigue, something to that effect. Anyway, very, very helpful spell. This lady, she's going to be spamming out Frozen Heart, which is a very good spell. Horde of Skeletons is going to be cast by my not my Lich, because he's not a Lich. He's my my Mound Fiend. So my Mountain Fiend's going to spam out Horde of Skeletons to kind of act as sort of a tar pit to kind of slow down his golems from doing anything. And then, of course, my 2 gnomes are my big secret weapon. They're going to walk up and cast Shatter. So Shatter is a great spell that doesn't do anything against the vast majority of units, unless they are inanimate beings. And golems are inanimate beings. And it hits for 35 damage, armor negating. There's no save against it. It just hits like a train. Now, the range sucks at 15, which is why I've got them on advanced and cast spells. But hey, if he doesn't have anything else, I'm very hopeful that that will work out for us. So we'll see. Got some sneaking about going on. And hey, turn 65, we're going to actually get to see this. So tempted to cut it because it'd be like right at 30 minutes. But not going to do that. Not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to show you guys turn 65. So let's watch turn 65 in all of its glory. And its horror, of course. So, some more raiding with these gens. 6 gens seems like a lot. I don't know why you sent 6 gens to raid here. What's he gonna do with these gens? How much does it cost to summon a gen? I'm gonna need to look that up. Like, I mean, that's a lot. I don't know that this was necessary. But okay. There that goes. So let's go ahead and take a look first at our big battle on the throne. So this is my army. Yeti's in front. This is his army, and it's kind of exactly what we suspected to find, right? We see the King of Deeper Earth. We see the three Iron Warriors, a bunch of little troopers. Got a few Master Smiths, but not a ton. Though they are well equipped with the Crucible of Stone. Now the Crucible of Stone is not in the normal game. Just a reminder. This is Lucid's gem generating item mod, and that's why that's there. It used to be more popular because of how gem baiting used to function. I was actually going to do a video on gem baiting, and then right whenever I was like finished up the script and was recording for it, they patched the game to make gem baiting way worse than it used to be, which is a good thing, but it does mean that gem baiting is much worse than it used to be. Though it still is functional, and I still might do a video on it. But anyway, this lets you have items, you know, that produce gems. So he's got those. He's got a couple of those. So you got to think Earthquake is in the cards, right? He's an Earth dude. Hopefully, Fog Warriors will kind of take care of that. Is the idea. He's got this Queen of Storms. She's probably gonna be casting Fog Warriors and such. And all right, away we go. So his dudes are gonna fly. So things that are happening: Fog Warriors got cast. His dudes landed in the back. This poor little fella is gonna go ahead and fight as best he can. Some ladies died. I think they got shot or something. So he's cast several spells. The big two are, so obviously he's got some fire resistance on there that he's cast. He's cast Fog Warriors, very good spell. And he cast Army of Gold. So no, he didn't cast Fire Ward. He cast Army of Gold, I'm sorry. Which is why his protection is massive at 32. Which is most unfortunate. You can see I'm casting a bunch of spells. Now, boom. So I've cast Master and Slave. I got it off. So let's go ahead and take a look to see how. I actually should have done this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the colors on so you can see. So you can see his guys are in the back here. Unfortunately, I positioned most of my troopers to kind of fight a little bit. And lots of spells are getting cast. And so you can see that blue are his guys and green are my guys. And boom. Yeah. So now all these guys are my guys. Because I cast Master and Slave. So that's a lot of troops. Because he only had the 8 magic resists, which means that like at At 13 penetration, I'm going to convert roughly 80% of his army. Something like that. 80, 82, something in that range. Percent of his army. Which is devastating. I mean, you can't win the fight whenever this happens to you. Right? There's just no winning at this point in time. Interestingly enough, it also snagged one of his little Iron Angels. So that was pretty cool. And then, interestingly enough, this Iron Angel right here got charmed. That's why he gets to keep all of his items. So, just a little piece of information. So, whenever you enslave, they lose all their items. All their magic items are gone. And if they have any magical abilities, they don't possess them. And they cannot be leaders. They also lose their leadership. Whereas this guy maintains it because he got charmed and not enslaved. Which is also why, if you take a look at, like, this dude, right? He's been enslaved, so he doesn't have magical abilities anymore. Right. So anyway, so that's pretty much what happened. And now I've just got, like, a bunch of dudes who are, like, even his own dudes are just going to kill him. And there's realistically just nothing you can do about this. A lot of his troops run away. A lot of other ones die. This dude gets enslaved. So that's cool. And, yeah. That's not really much of a battle. So Master and Slave really doing the work for our beautiful boys. Our beautiful boys. Very good. Very, very good. Couple of wolves. Let's see, are they gonna get this last guy? Yes, they do. Okay. So, overall, if we take a look here, we did lose a Daughter of Avalon. And we did lose a Knight Commander. I believe an Iron Angel just jumped behind him and killed him instantly. We did not lose... We lost 2 Landless Knights, no Knights of Avalon. And we gained 166 Black Plate Infantry, basically. And some Iron Angels and that sort of stuff. So, he lost most everything, but he did not lose his King of Deeper Earth or his Queen of Storms. And some of his Master Smiths got away. So, not as devastating as it could have been. Honestly, not as devastating as it could have been, but still pretty good. Still pretty darn good, though not as great as it could have been. Because we really didn't deal a devastating blow, but this does hurt him. This does hurt him a lot. So, we can feel okay about that and have a significant boost to our boys. Let's take a look at this battle. I don't even know what this battle is of. Oh yeah, this is our Night's Watch continuing to march north, or continuing to march west. We lost a Knight of Avalon and a Mother, which kind of sucks. These crossbows really doing good work there. But we not the hugest of deals. We see continuous raiding coming out with Tartarians to counter the Jinn from Nabob. But if you take a look, like, his Tartarians, like 5? I don't know. I don't know. 25 protection. Like, I don't know if this beats those fire elementals. That's why he had that cluster. Now that I think about it, like right here where he had 6 Jinn, he was trying to catch one of them because I feel like 6 Jinn with their fire elementals would probably kill that guy, even with his fire resist. But not sure. Small C, I don't even remember. Oh, this is just one of my C provinces that he wanted to be a jerk. Yeah, so he bought this mercenary, this Hydromancer, and I think he actually loads him up with water gems and just casts living water all the time. Like, yeah, like, he's actually going to give this guy a bunch more water gems. And is going to use him as a thug across my territory, which is sort of obnoxious. But there we go. Over here, I'm doing a little thuggery with just my wolf boy, and he's going to do a fine job. So good for him. And then we've got our battle over at our throne underwater. So let's see how this goes. So the good news... Nope. I apparently misclicked. So the good news is that I was correct in that he did have just the two golems. He summons some duders, and we'll see how that goes. Now watch this magic fun. Watch this. Wait for it. Soul Slay. Boom. Second Soul Slay just pops my poor commander with the Banner of the Damned. 25 death gems. So that's what we got going on here. So we're gonna go ahead and muck up these guys. You can see some spells getting cast. A couple more Soul Slays coming out, but my guys do resist them. And you can see that, of course, my Mound Fiend spamming out Horde of Skeletons is going to be pretty good at dealing with these little Atlanteans and Shamblers. Yeah. And eventually they're going to rout. Awesome. And you can see Earth Meld is getting cast because there's no targets close enough for their Shatter to function. You can see my gnomes continuing to advance here, and now we're gonna go ahead and see how they face off here. So yeah, they're gonna do pretty good work against these undead right here. We're gonna go ahead and cast Encase in Ice. So that's actually gonna help their ability to cut through stuff, but not immensely because their strength is high enough to get out of that quickly. So they cast Shatter. But I think they cast it against this guy, and he's like protected because he's encased in ice. Okay, here we go. Boom. So you can see right here, a Shatter just went off and hit this guy for 40 damage. 40 damage. Look at that. Boom. Twisted Fate negated the... Oh, I see. They had Twisted Fate on there. That's why it didn't hit him. Because he was protected with Twisted Fate. But you see right here, boom, 40 points of damage. That's a lot of damage. You're hitting awful hard at 40 points of damage. Yeah, he got hit again. And you can see these, where are they? Where are my little gnomes at? Yeah, like this little dude right here. He's just spamming it out. Just casting Shatter. And you can see he's regenerating some HP. Some fatigue. They're getting a little fatigued, but boom, popped one of them, and then the next one. Boom. Alright, so it looks like our Shatter was able to take care of those super combatants. And we did not suffer too much. We just lost one knight and our knight commander. Though fortunately, because we took the province, got some gold and some gems. What is this? Oh yeah, this is going to be a constant problem where the Forest of Gila is going to have tremendous issues. And then that Iron Angel we charmed gets to be famous. So good for him. Now because we did take this province, we did end up getting to keep, interestingly enough, the Banner of the Damned. Nope, we didn't. We lost it. It actually died. Man, that sucks. But that's how it goes. So if we're taking this province, he's got this big fat army. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do some research basically, and we're gonna prep some Arrowfin, some Howl. We're actually probably just gonna hang out under here for a while and do some research. We're gonna want to get Mass Flight ready to rock and roll. Because whatever. I'm actually not sure what we're doing here. We're just doing research here. I'm not sure. Mass Flight, we have Mass Flight ready, so I don't know. But we're gonna research here. Oh, I remember. What's happening is that we don't want to invade right now until we get this second army to join up with our throne here. So once we get this second army to come join up with our throne, we're probably gonna merge our forces and go ahead and begin our invasion into Ulm itself. Now, Nabah, kind of irksome maneuver, did cut us off from being able to advance north, which I think is a little rude. It's a little rude and unfriendly, but I am going to get a throne. That's not up for negotiation since I'm gaining all this income. And I'm having to fight these major battles. And Nabah is fighting nothing. Like, let's be honest. Like, he's just throwing some gin around and fighting a bunch of nothings. So, not really terribly impressed by that. So, got a little bit of that going on. this Hydromancer is going to start running around and being a big pain. But everything else, I think, is we're just going to have to see next episode. Wait. I don't know. But in any event, I was losing my mind. I was thinking about other things. Absolutely going bonkers. But that's basically all we've got going on. Oh, right. So we're going to cast Living Castle right here. Right, we're going to cast Living Castle right here, and then we're going to be able to have this guy feel really happy about all that and do some research with our Mound Fiend. We're running up Alteration because we are going to want to also get, similarly, Army of Gold and Army of Lead, that sort of thing. We're going to take this army, and I'm pretty sure we're going to start moving it around. We're sending in more troops to reinforce this army and this army, so that way we can have a big, fat, gigantic pair of armies that are going to just tear into Ulm, is our general plan. We can see that things are going on. Now, I have been told at this point in time by Nabah, I don't know how true this was, but the end kind of got smashed. The end kind of got smashed by Ulm, and that's just the general rumor I've heard. I don't know how true that is. So it was kind of very important that I be able to retake my thrones, or else otherwise the game would have been over. But we succeeded. We're gonna sort of barrel up our dudes a little bit, and we're gonna do some research and kind of recover a little bit. Continue to send in some troops. Who are we sending over from here? Oh yeah, we've got our Iron Angel, Orpheal here. He's going to do some work. He's going to come hang out over here and help protect this province as a Living Castle gets cast. And forging some cool items there. Yeah. So, lots of stuff getting done. More. We're going to forge what are we forging? Oh, geez, I don't even know. This is where we start getting into... What's a soul stone? Forging soul stone. I don't even know what the soul stone is. I do not know what I'm forging. But, regardless of the case, we're going to forge a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I actually don't know what this is. But whatever. We got a couple. Oh no, so yeah, I don't know. I did lose the banner there. But yeah, we're gonna forge a bunch of stuff. I'm starting to idle. So we're gonna forge a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, basically, we're gonna spend quite a while preparing for furthering our war against Ulm. We're gonna reinforce this army. With a bunch of troops with a bunch of mages from here, kind of gather everything up, move them around here, and we're going to begin our invasion into Ulm itself. Because I would like to take this throne, but we'll see how it goes. This Hydromancer is going to become a pain in the booty, and we're going to try and get that Living Castle up here and kind of secure our victories and make sure that Ulm doesn't kill us. That's part of the reason why we don't want to move this army, actually, is we want to get the second army in here so that way we can deal with the full might of Ulm, if necessary. But yeah, I think that's plenty enough. This episode has gone on super long, but we had some big battles to look at. So, in any event, I've been The Last Pretender, and I'll see you guys next time.